What do you do when you realize you have been sold? I had heard of trafficking stories, but I never thought they were true. Now, I am a victim, and Madame Jogood is my trafficker. These were the thoughts that ran through my mind while we drove through the desert. Before you know, the car stopped. I was taken to a room. It was a dimly lit room. The walls were peeling, and the beds were worn out. My home is better than this, I thought to myself. While I was lost in thought, a man walked into the room. He looked at me with a smirk. He said to me, "Take off your clothes." I said to him, "I will do no such thing." He hit me. I tried to fight, but then again, I'm just an 18-year-old, hungry, devastated, and in so much pain. That night, I was punished for trying to fight with a customer, they said. The next day, later in the evening, I was taken to a room filled with other girls. They looked just like me, hopeless, exhausted, and tired. A man came in, pointing to myself and 3 other girls. He said, you, and you, pack up your bags. We're going to Mali." Mali, I thought. That is far from home, but certainly not close to America. Was this what I was going to do in America even if I got there? This is not the life I wanted. While on the journey to Mali, I learned that the girls whom we left with were Yetunde and Amina. When we got to Mali, myself and Amina were taken to a woman. Her name was Mama Cash. They said to us, she would be your new master. Mama Cash told Aisha, Amina and I that we were going to serve her for 5 years. And after that, she would let us be our own masters. This was not the life I thought I was coming to live. This was way beyond my imagination. That day, we were introduced to a girl. Her name was Sandra. They told us she would let us know how to live in this house. Sandra said to myself and Amina, "Please don't fight with any customers. The heat that's here." That night, a man came to me. He was supposed to be my first customer. I couldn't do it. So I tried to fight with him. And you know what happened next? Mama Cash instructed me to be beaten, tied up, and locked. I was locked for 2 days, without giving any food or water. When I came out, Sandra and Amina said to me, "You have to realize that this is your new life. You have to play along." Amina held me and said to me, "We would escape from here. We would not live here for long, but we have to make them trust us." At that moment, I decided I would have to play along for me to successfully escape. I started to play along. We would dress up, apply makeup, and sit in a courtyard. Men will come and take whichever of us they wanted. And they'll pay Mama Cash the money. Sandra said to myself and Amina, "I've tried to escape once, but I was caught. But now, I have a better plan. We would run away during the raining season. At those times, the people here are very happy and carefree. We agreed to plan this. We started planning. One day, it was raining heavily. Sandra looked at us and said, "It's time." The security guards were by the gate, dancing and jubilating under the rain. We headed out for the back fence. I was there to run. We didn't run for long. When we heard someone scream, "Over there!" we saw a light coming behind us. And just while this was happening, a truck pulled up in front of us. "Hop in, hop in," the man of the truck said. We were scared. Could this be another trafficker? But we had no other choice. We hopped into the car. He said to us, "I am Ogaga, and I myself am a victim like you. But now, I help girls escape." We drove. He started to drive. Mama Cash men came at us, and they started shooting. We hid our head, and they kept shooting. Ogaga kept on driving fast. Before you know, Sandra fell. A bullet had got into her. Ogaga kept on driving. After a while, we lost track of the men. Ogaga took us to a house. Myself and Amina, we were devastated and heartbroken. Sandra was gone. He gave us some food and water, asked us to sleep for a while. We were scared. We weren't sure what to expect. The next morning, he took us to somewhere. It was Nigerian embassy. He told them he had rescued us. They asked us a lot of questions. We told them of Mama Cash, Madame Dogood, and all the other girls that were still in the house in Mali. The next day, we were taken to the airport and headed for Nigeria. When we got back to Nigeria, we were interviewed by the police. They wanted to know about Madame No Shaking, Mama Cash, and Madame Dogood. Madame No Shaking was Amina's trafficker. We gave them all the information we knew. Madame Dogood was already on the run from what I heard. A lady walked to us in the station. She said her name was Kemi, and she has an NGO that educates girls on trafficking and empower women to do better. She said if we would like to join her NGO, she would like us to share our stories to other girls so that they can know Africa's tactics and avoid traffickers. We told her we would join, and now we have been joining her, sharing our stories to other girls and making sure other girls know and be careful of traffickers. I was able to escape. I was able to escape. But Sandra lost her life. Share the story to create awareness. You might be saving a girl. Other girls are still falling victims. Some other girls are currently in the desert as we speak. Do your part and let everybody know that human trafficking is real.